Hello, what's up everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate you actually. And if you're new here, my name is Purity #YokGirl kama kawaida. If you're already subscriber, thank you so much for returning back. I really appreciate you. For the guys who have been sharing my videos out there, actually I've been seeing some of them, so thank you so much. I don't take that for granted. Actually currently we are over 200 subscribers. I count that as a blessing and also as an achievement actually, and that is because of you guys. So thank you so much. Continue supporting me in this, because I stated in my very first video in this channel is that we need to grow this together. We are one family. So thank you so much. Continue sharing my videos. You can also let me know one of the or two things that you'd like me to talk about in maybe my next videos as well. So please kindly subscribe down below, and don't forget to give a thumbs up to this video if you like it, and share as well if you know there is someone who would relate to this topic of today. So on today's video I'll be letting you guys know on some of the lessons I've learned in my 1 year motherhood period. So stay tuned, don't go anywhere. Everyone knows that being a mother is such an amazing stuff, you understand? So if you're a mother and you're watching this video, I know you can really relate with what I mean by being a mother is just something incredible, you know. So being a mother brought me closer to God. It's such a blessing, you know. So not really that I never used to pray before. I used to pray like pray, you understand? But right now I pray literally for everything, you know, like even for the little things. Because at the end of the day, like someone like me, I leave the house in the morning, then I come back in the evening, and my baby live in the house with someone I doesn't know, you know. So it is only God who can be taking care of your child, you know. So you really need to pray in each and everything you do. Like me nowadays, I pray like for everything. So motherhood has brought me closer to God more than before, and I can testify that. So I really love it, and I also love the journey because it's been an amazing journey for me. If any mother out there can relate, because I remember even when I was pregnant, I used to pray a lot because I kept on being worried. I think pregnant women can, if you've been pregnant before or if you're pregnant currently, you can relate with whatever I'm saying. I used to pray a lot, then I used to get worried. So most of the time, sometimes I would be worried, like, how would my baby look like? How is the labor going to be? Am I going to deliver successfully? Then I used to pray like everything I end up thinking of, I engage God. You understand? So this has really brought me closer to God, and I really appreciate the journey actually. Then point number 2 on this is that being a mother has really made me to appreciate my mother in a certain way that even me as at now I'm still surprised, you understand? So anyone out there can really understand my point, because there are so many encounters where maybe you try to argue with your mother because she's trying to correct you on something, or she's trying to tell you something, or to direct you on something to do. Then you be like, you're not going to do it because you feel like your mother is not right. Then now when you become a mother, then now you decide to walk in your mother's shoes. Oh, sorry about the noise. I stay next to the airport. I won't tell you guys where. So most of the time, wherever, but that aside. So most of the time, when you decide to become a mother, then you try to walk in your mother's shoes. You understand? You get to understand what it takes to be a mother. You get, because me I remember the day when I was in labor, then after giving birth, 1 hour later I called my mom, because it clicked my mind. Then I was like, we are 4 in our family, so I was like, so the pain I've gone through, my mother's been going through the same pain for the 4 of us. Wow. So I had to call her. Then I really appreciated her actually, and I do appreciate her up to today. And I make sure in most of the stuff that I don't know, most of the things that maybe I don't know how to go about them. I do engage my mother more, you understand, at least to try and appreciate her. Right now she is also appreciating me because she feels like I'm a super mom, you understand. So I'm so glad. So motherhood is just amazing. You can try it if you don't have a child yet. Not that I'm advocating for anyone, but please just try it. You'll get to love the experience. Then also, motherhood has also made me to respect other women's opinion, you understand. So before I gave birth, anyone can relate out there, before you give birth, you tend to ask questions. You engage your fellow women who are pregnant like you to try to understand some of the situations, like how are they going about it, you understand. So in so many occasions, um, I used to hear, maybe I talk to one woman, then she's like, this is how to go about this. Then I talk to another woman, then she's like, this is how to go about this, you understand. So then after I gave birth, then now these issues of maybe the baby is sick, you know, what am I supposed to do this, or when the baby, this is happening to the baby, what am I supposed to do. So when you consult different people, you understand, maybe 3 or 4 or whichever number, you get to understand that each and every person has their own different opinions, you understand. So it made me to respect other women's opinion on motherhood, you understand, because until the day, it used to disturb me a lot, because now after I've gotten maybe advice from different women, then I be like, which one do I use, which one is the right one, you understand. So then until the day I came to understand that different women have their own different ways of raising their children, and I also have my own perspectives, you understand. So until the day I came to understand that, then I was good to go. So it is good to appreciate other people. So when someone tells you that this is how you go about this, and you also be like, this is how I'm supposed to go. So you people are different people with different personalities, you understand. And it doesn't mean like the way the other person does things is the way you need to do things, you understand. So there are some things that you really need to learn from your own experience, you understand. So because the experiences are not the same actually. So that also really helped me, and it made me to relate well with my fellow women, you understand, especially my fellow women whom we gave birth with in the same period. So that has really helped me a lot. Then also motherhood has also made me to understand that no one is perfect, you understand. So when I gave birth, there were so many challenges I went through, especially in my early months of having a baby. I kept on asking so many questions. Then I was like, why is this happening? Why is Nani doing this? Or why is this is happening? So I didn't understand that these things, like, no one is perfect. This process, it is like a trial and error process, you understand. So know that the thing you do today is what you will do tomorrow, because now when the babies are little, they tend to grow too fast, you understand. So something you did for the baby today is not the same thing you're going to do for the baby tomorrow, you understand. So nobody's perfect, so you just gonna wake up every day and you keep on trying, you know. So if you fall today, you'd wake up tomorrow and you keep on trying, because this is a process. It is a learning process, especially for the first mothers, you understand. So until I got to understand that, then it became too easier for me to go through the process, and here we are now. Then also another thing that another lesson I've learned during my motherhood period is that it's humbling in a way, you know. So wow, this really humbled me in a way that even me, it's so incredible. Even me, I still don't understand myself up to today. So maybe I take you back to when I was pregnant. Oh my God. Before I became pregnant, I was just a lady who was doing her own thing. I would come back from work, then I do my stuff. Then now after I became pregnant, then I think past now the third trimester, then things had to change. wow, this thing really humbled me in a way that I even used to question myself, like, really, is this really me? You'd find me sometimes I'm just like, I don't even want to explain. I would walk sometimes without a bra, you understand? I walk with a big dera, like you wouldn't know. You didn't know that is me. So it's really humbling, like, like you're so humble. You just need people close to you, you know. You just need to engage people, you know. Like, sometimes you don't like to talk, like, in now when it comes to motherhood, you don't need words, like, you don't need any issue that would bring negativity, like negative energy to you, you know. So it humbles you in a way that you'd really like. Then even after I gave birth, I remember I never used to like porridge, like, literally. Then now after I gave birth, then I realized, actually, the first week after I gave birth, I used to take porridge, like, that was my favorite. Then I was like, wow, that is me. So it humbles you in a way that even you wouldn't understand. You understand? Then also taking care of the baby, or the baby has pooped, or this has happened, you need to sort this out, you need to do this, like, you're so humble, like, you do everything until at the end of the day you're like, this is me. So being a mother is such an amazing journey. It humbles you in a way, and also I think it shaped me to become the better version of myself. You understand? Because now I learned the point of being a responsible mom, let me say that. Yeah, so it's really an amazing journey. I just like it up to this point. So yeah. Then also, another lesson I've learned is that motherhood has made me to set my priorities right. Like, previously, before I became pregnant, I was just there. I used to do my thing. Like, maybe I get my salary, I go buy clothes, I buy this, I do this, I go out for outings. Then right now, after me becoming a mother, it made me to set my priorities right, in terms of, I know how to spend my money, and I know I'm supposed to spend my money on what. You understand? And I know at the end of the day I still need to save some money, because now these children are growing, you know. You understand? Then also at the end of the day, you still need to know, because now previously you'd come from work, you go for outing, you come from work, maybe you branch somewhere. You understand? But then now, right now, you have to know at what time are you going back to the house, because there's a being waiting for you back to give your hug, like to breastfeed if you're still breastfeeding, or to do all those sorts of things. You understand? So wherever you are, there's something telling you in your mind, like, I need to go back home, or I need to buy this for the baby. Like me right now, if I get my money, or before I do anything, not that I don't take care of myself, of course I do, you can see it, I'm pretty. So if I get my money and I need to do something, actually the first thing that clicks my mind is that my baby doesn't have this. My baby, I need to buy this for my baby. I need to do this for my baby. So it makes you set your priorities right. And I think I've really loved what I'm doing so far, because I know where I'm supposed to spend my money, you know, and I know at what time am I supposed to come back home, and what I'm supposed to do at what time, at a particular time. You understand? So I've really liked that as well, and this has really helped me bigger, especially in terms of savings of money and whichever, because I know at the end of the day, in future, my baby is here, you know. So I've really liked that as well. Then also, the hardest part is, one of the lessons I've learned is that motherhood is tiring, and it is also exhausting at the same time. Anyone who has given birth can relate with this. Even if you're a man and your wife has a child, you can relate. It's literally exhausting. The first month or few weeks after giving birth, overnight you wouldn't sleep, you know. You won't sleep, because now your baby would need your attention, you know. Then the baby is crying, you need to change the baby. At the end of the day, you also need to get a nap, you know. So your baby will need your attention in so many ways. Then at the end of the day, you are the woman of the house. You need to cook. That is, if you don't have a house help, or rather you like cooking, like someone like me. When I'm in the house, I would love to go to the kitchen to make the food for the man of the house, you know, by myself. So you'd want to cook. At the same time, the baby is crying. At the same time, you need to breastfeed the baby. At the same time, you need to put the baby to sleep. So it's really exhausting. Then now when you go to sleep, you can never have the cool sleep like that you used to have back then. You understand? So the baby will have a schedule overnight. The baby is crying. The baby will want to wake up overnight, maybe to breastfeed or to have some milk. You understand? So it will also change some of your schedules, especially your sleeping schedules. You understand? So it's really exhausting. So if you're planning to become a mother, I'm not here to lie to you. You need to be ready. As I have motherhood is so amazing. It will come with so many challenges as well, but you really need to be ready for it. You understand? But it's also amazing, because at the end of the day, the challenges that it comes with, it makes you to learn. Then you become stronger each day, because each day is a learning process. When you wake up in the morning, there's something new that is going to happen that didn't happen the previous day. You understand? So the more you're in the learning process, you love it actually. So it's exhausting, but it's also interesting at the end of the day, because I term it as a learning process for me, and I've really loved it, because at the end of the day, I love motherhood. I don't know, but it's really a good experience, and anyone who has become a mother can really relate to this point actually. Then also, I think this point I'll connect it to the motherhood humbling me in a way. Motherhood made me not to be scared of asking for help, you understand, or being scared of asking for questions. So I remember back then, maybe I would be in a certain situation that maybe I want help from someone, but now I don't know if it's ego or something. I cannot really say what is that, but I would be like, but I know how to handle this, you know. Then I would end up going through the situation by myself. Then now when I became a mother, then I learned that this thing is not for you, girl. You really need to seek for help. You really need to get in touch with your fellow mothers. You really need to talk to your mom. You really need to ask questions. You really need to ask for help, you know. It really humbled me. Like, I'm never scared of anything, like anything, literally. However embarrassing it is, I will ask for help if I have to. You understand? So that is something that I've also learned, that in motherhood, this thing is not for you. It is not for you actually, especially when you're a new mom like me. There are so many things that you'd really want to know, even if you're learned how, but there are some things that you really need to engage your fellow mothers. You understand? The people who have already given birth and they've raised children, so that they can just tell you, like, in such a situation, what did they do? Masomo aikui hapo, my friend. Then also another thing that I've also learned in my 1 year of motherhood is that it has pushed me to take care of myself, like ile kabisa. You understand? Because at the end of the day, when I come now, I sit down, then I think I need to be fine. I need to be okay health wise. You understand? And psychologically, I need to be just fine, so that my baby can be okay. Because now let's take an example. You as a mother, you're sick, you're helpless, like you can't do something. Who's going to take care of the baby? Because even if in your house you have your house manager, like your house help, she wouldn't do everything like what a mother can do. You understand? You can take an example. Maybe you went to work in the morning, then you come back in the evening. Like, for example, in my house, when I go to work in the morning, then I come back in the evening, you can see my baby's reaction. She wants to be with me more, you know, than the auntie. You understand? So then now you come back from work, you yourself, you're very tired, you're sick, you're helpless, you can't even do something. So at the end of the day, motherhood has pushed me to take care of myself. Like, I ensure even if I'm out there, I'm on the road, I have to take care of myself, because at the end of the day I have to think there's someone I've left back at home who is dependent on me, you understand? So this person really needs me like 100% support. So you really need to take care of yourself, so that at the end of the day your baby can be okay. And I really like that as well. Then also another thing, motherhood has made me to understand that, wow, body changes. I think this is a whole topic, and maybe one day I'll just sit down and try to talk to you guys about some of the body changes. So I've had so many of my friends, they'll be like, oh, wow, Purity, your body looks nice and you have a baby, like what did you do? Like, what are the types of exercises did you do so that you can maintain your body? It's not easy, my friend, it's hard, but it needs determination, and also it needs you to decide that this is what I want to do. So me, I remember immediately after I gave birth, like I don't know if 4 days later or 5 days later, I started tying my stomach with something. I can't remember what was that, but I was tying my stomach every day, every morning, throughout the day, in the evening, even if I'm going to sleep, I was just having that stuff on, you understand? Then also, I don't think if I used something apart from that. I never used something. Then now I stayed like that. Then 2 months later, I started doing exercise. So I think I consulted some of one of my doctor. Then he recommended for me some of the exercises that I can be doing that are not harmful to my situation, you understand? Because now 1 month later, I've not healed well, but I could do some exercises, you understand? So I think I engaged more into that, and I never gave up. And yeah, so I'm giving you guys some of the tips, but I think one of these fine days I'll try and make this a whole topic, so that you guys can try to understand how to go through this. Or maybe you're someone who has just given birth, or maybe you're someone who is pregnant. You would love to get that those points, so that you can put them into action. So it's such an amazing journey. Then maybe my last lesson on this is that I learned that every stages are temporary. So that is what I've learned up to now, and I think my baby is still going through some stages, because every day she wakes up with so funny stuff. Like I don't know what's going on, but at the end of the day, because I had already understood that it's a stage, so every stage is temporary. So I remember I was too anxious. I don't know if that's the correct term I should use. I kept on asking myself questions, especially in the first weeks. I kept on asking myself questions like, wow, will my baby sit? I started too early. My baby was literally weeks old. Then I was like, will she sit? Will she? Me, I remember even immediately after I brought my baby home, because I just gave birth. Then I never stayed to the hospital, because I gave birth like in the morning around 3 a.m. Then by evening of that day, I came back home, because there were no more complications between me and the baby. Thank God to that. So when I came back home, I don't know what was that I took. I cannot really relate. I can call it in Kijaluo. I took that thing, then I started shaking it to my baby's ear, because I wanted to understand. Anasikia kweli. So that was, I know it's funny, but if you're a new mom, you can really relate with this, because I don't know, it's new. It is a new experience for you, like you know nothing. So you're just curious to know, is this really happening? Can the baby hear? Can you know all those things? So each and every stage is temporary, so you don't need to worry yourself, you know, but you also need to pay attention to some of the things that are happening around the child. At least you try to engage your doctor, you understand? So it's really important. So I think those are some of the lessons I've learned in my 1 year motherhood, and I really like it. It's still a learning process for me, because right now, as I said earlier, my baby is just merely 1 year 10 months, and it's been really an amazing journey. I love it up to now. I really love to be a mom. I don't know if I want to have another child, but being a mom is just, it's so humbling, it's so nice. Like, you feel so proud of yourself, because right now, actually me right now, if I look at my baby and the way she's grown, she's healthy, I thank God. Then at the end of the day, I still believe like I've done it, because it's a journey. So if you see your baby is already walking and this is happening, you need to appreciate God more. You understand? And that is what I do on a daily basis. When I wake up, I see my baby is just healthy. She's just running around. She's talking. Actually, my baby is talking right now. She can make a sentence. So I just appreciate God more, because that is God's miracle. I really love it. So being a mother is just an amazing thing. I really love the experience. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. I really appreciate your support. Please subscribe down below. Please subscribe. I know those guys who watch my video and they fail to subscribe. I'm not scolding you guys, like please, it's good to have, it's called manners, you understand? So I appreciate you guys. I love you guys so much, but I would really appreciate you more if you subscribe to my channel, because I really need you guys, at least, for us to bring this to where we want it to be. So thank you so much. Thank you for the support. I really appreciate you, and I thank you for watching my video to the end. So bye bye, see you in my next video.